I'm not mad, they just see me as Negro. I'm not mad, they just see me as evil. I'm not mad, they just see me as Negro. I'm not mad, they just see me as evil. I'm not mad, they just see me as Negro. I'm not mad, they just see me as evil. I'm not mad, they just see me as Negro. I'm not mad, they just see me as evil. I'm not mad, they just see me as. I won't let you continue to be the one who gets to define me. I am man, because that's what I see me as, and all I need is my vision of me to define me.
Yo, yo, peace and harmony, family. It's your one and only, the guy, Divine Frost, and we back with another episode. Let's get it. All right, so this episode is titled "Divorce is the Only Way." You know what I'm saying? And as we get through this lecture, you'll see why the name is "Divorce is the Only Way." So to start off, I want to touch on um these house Negroes. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of house Negroes. You know what I'm saying? I want to touch on a lot of house Negroes and explain to you what a house Negro is. Then we're gonna touch on this love thy enemy and how we have literally we have took that to a whole nother fucking level. Like we have took that and ran with to to the extreme. So we gonna talk about that, and then at last to start off, um, we gonna touch on how we worship thy enemy. Not only do we love thy enemy, we worship thy enemy. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna hop into this. Um, so house Negroes. This is for those who don't know what a house Negro is. A house Negro is one of those oppressor loving, um, boot licking, dress wearing, um, non educated white girl lover, shorts in the winter time wearing, non cultural. No, but yeah, that's what a house Negro is. Like somebody who literally, like, this is the second topic we're gonna get into, who loves thy enemy. Um, who's if you know a black male that literally he always he it's white girls, white girls, white girls, white girls. That's all he know. You know what I'm saying? That's a house Negro. That's that's a house Negro. The ones that always, you know what I'm saying, that's always siding with white people before they side with their own people. That's a house Negro. The ones that don't know any speak of truth. They don't know nothing black. They get and they probably the ones that's always that, oh, here we go with that black shit, or well, white people not that bad, or it's some good white people too, man. Well, I done got done bad by a lot of black people, so I mean, ain't everybody bad? Those type of people. So those are house Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that wants us to stay oppressed, stay down, stay below. You know what I'm saying? The oppressors. They massa. They love they massa. They the Samuel Jacksons from Django. That's who the house Negroes is. Who that nigga you left on that bag? That's you know what I'm saying. That's them. So so we got a lot of house Negroes. I've been noticing we got a lot of goddamn house Negroes. They love the system. They want us to be stuck in the system. They're gonna down talk, downplay anything that has to do with uprising, awakening, um, giving true information. They gonna disregard that. They're gonna talk down on it. Oh, bro, y'all always talking about that. they gonna be them type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? And we all know them. We definitely all know those type of people. You know what I'm saying? um, so second, like I said earlier, love thy enemy. We've, like I said, we've took that and we ran with it. We didn't took that to the extreme. Not only do we, you know what I'm saying, do we got a lot of house Negroes, we love thy enemy. We don't want first off, I didn't talk to a lot of black folks, and they agree that we shouldn't even be talking about slavery. Don't talk about the past. It's the past. We don't want to talk about it no more. Why we still talking about it? You know what I'm saying? They agree with the enemy to erase what they done did to us. They don't want to talk about it either. Why? Because it make they the house Negroes, you know what I'm saying? It make they friends. It make their friends upset. And you know what I'm saying? It make them feel away, uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? Our ancestors was uncomfortable for 400 plus 500 plus 600 plus 700. We still uncomfortable. You feel me? We still uncomfortable. So, so all that, you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. Oh, hey, I lost that the moment I found out they used to cut our ancestors' nipples off our women. You know what I'm saying? Mothers and sisters and cousins. They used to cut the nipples off after they was done, so they wouldn't be able to breastfeed. You know what I'm saying? They used to hang them from a tree, rip the baby out, hey, out the womb. Come on, and stump on a baby. After I found out what they used to do, bro, ain't no goddamn. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And that's why we need to talk about it because most people, I found out, most people don't even know this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't even know, you know what I'm saying, the true history about, you know what I'm saying, slavery and shit like that. They just out here. I guess I don't even know. I literally just found out that most people don't know about true slavery, don't know why it happened, don't really know details about it. Just think it was in, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we was just enslaved. No. Slavery was worse than enslaving people. You know what I'm saying? They make sure they tell us, like I said in the other episode, they make sure they tell us about the Holocaust. They make sure they tell us about the Holocaust in school, but they don't tell us about the African Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors, by the millions, millions in the sea. You know what I'm saying? Millions that got that didn't survive the boat ride. You feel me? The millions that was already here that got slaughtered. Millions that was in different part of the other different lands. The Australians, you know what I'm saying? The Tasmanian people. All those people, those are native people. Those are African people. Some variation of African people that just, you know what I'm saying, travel. We once we got our shit together, we took it on the road. Let's go. We about to go travel somewhere. We about to go explore shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did. So so that's folks loving thy enemy and we out here fucked up because we doing that shit. We out here ultimately fucked up because we loving thy enemy. You know what I'm saying? That's one of our biggest downfalls because we got caught with that. And they made sure they put that in the Bible. They made sure they put that in the Bible so we could goddamn you can, hey, we gonna teach them niggas at the motherfucking line. So they can take that and implement that in they goddamn subconscious. So then they kids can remember that. They love us. We gave them the word of God. You feel me? Like they and folks out here really out here Jesus and not understanding we didn't need them to be connected to God. Why are you believing the oppressor's word? Really think about it. And that's where it comes to the introduction to our last point. Worship thy enemy. Why the what in your right mind tells you that the same people that shackled you neck, wrist, feet, attached to somebody else, attached to somebody else, attached to somebody else, attached to somebody else, just for the hell of it. Why would some people, somebody, some group of people that tied you to a tree and whipped you. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Who you got the why would somebody that did that to people, not animals, people? Matter of fact, there's documents. They said we were no better than animals. Why are you believing them about God? The word of God. King James. King James. Slave owner. Why would you believe these people about the word of God? Why do you think they're going to tell you about the word of God? Why do you think they telling you about God? They not even telling. Like, I'm like, I really don't understand that. I don't understand, like, in what in your right mind really tells you that. Like, think about it. If you got an enemy, you got somebody you don't like. Think about it. Let's do a let's just do a separate scenario right now. Um, you got somebody that you don't like. You got an enemy. This is your enemy. Like, you strongly dislike them. Um, are you are you going to give them advice, life advice? Are you going to if you're going to war with another group of people, are you going to help them out? Hey, guys, before we start this war, make sure you guys go to the east and not the west, because the east has better soil, so you guys can survive better and plant, your crops can grow better, and everything. Make sure you guys go to the east, not the west, okay? And then we're going to have this war. After you guys get everything set. What the how does that make sense? That don't make sense, right? That don't make sense. You help the enemy out after you mistreated him. So we believe in the same people about the word of God that hung us from trees, sick dogs out on us in the street when we was peacefully protesting, that took us from our homes, took our land, took our knowledge, took our dignity, took our identity, took our names, took our culture. We gonna believe them about God. Jesus. Let's get specific. Jesus. Jesus. I hear a lot of black people. Oh, Lord Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And you feel me? We're going to touch more about this on later in the episode, but I just wanted that's how y'all sound. Y'all really worshiping the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a creation by the enemy. If you go back before slavery, before we got involved with the Europeans, you don't see no Jesus. You don't even see. We didn't even speak English in there. You feel me? And people, I say this all the time. People like to quote, "Oh, well, the Bible is it originated from the Hebrew text, and yeah, so that's where they got Jesus from, the conversion from Hebrew to English. You can't convert nothing that don't exist. Ain't no J in the Hebrew language alphabet, so you can't get Jesus if it ain't no J. Just so you let you know, I just want to throw that out there again. I'm gonna keep throwing it out there for the ones in the back that don't, what I'm saying, that don't fully understand that you can't convert something from something that don't exist. Like, literally, you can't. You can't. It gotta have some type of existence, and it didn't in the Hebrew text alphabet. Ain't no J, so you know what I'm saying. And if you go back and look at it, they were saying Yahshua. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, where is this Jesus character? We don't, they ain't even made it sound close to that. Like, if we being honest, that ain't even close. Y'all out here, I don't know who y'all worshiping. Like I said, we gonna get closer into that Jesus talk later on, you know what I'm saying? But so now here comes some solutions, because I get a lot of people always, you know what I'm saying? Well, what's some solutions? You always pointing out, the problems. Well, what's some solutions? Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't use your own brain. So here you go. I'm gonna help you out, big dog. All right. Get rid of the slave mentality or the plantation mentality. Get rid of the slave mentality. The slave mentality, unhealthy eating. You know what I'm saying? Soul food. That ain't soul food. Soul food is food that's good for your soul. That shit that y'all eating. And I'm saying y'all because I'm vegan. We going on a decade. You know what I'm saying? 2 more years. We at 8 years strong. Vegan life. You know what I'm saying? Vegan life. Living, looking good, feeling great. You know what I'm saying? Stop eating stop being a slave, eating that slave shit, that slave mentality. Another part of the slave mentality, always thinking negative about your own people. Like, they've done a good job at having us think down about our own people, our own stuff. Um, Example, Africa. How most black, you know what I'm saying, Americans think about Africa. The motherland, the abundance land. You feel me? Most I done heard most Africa, bro. I ain't moving there. I tell them I want to move there, bro. I ain't going there, bro. I don't know if I want to do that. But let me say Paris or Italy. Motherfuckers be down there. Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's plan a trip to go to Paris. Yeah, let's go to Italy. Let's go to France. I want to go to France. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, but you don't want to go to the motherland, huh? Why? They ain't gonna tell you the truth why they don't want to go there. I just don't want to go there. I just don't, and I don't really, I just rather go to, oh, okay. Nah, you don't want to go there because you done heard the oppressors tell you that it ain't nothing but huts and poor people and animals and just land, just a wild wildlife and shit like that, and just plains, and it ain't nothing there. That's why you don't want to go there. And it's poor people, and they ain't got nothing. They just out there living, you know what I'm saying, running around naked. That's why and it's crazy because it's 2025 and folks really still think that about Africa. Like, that's wild. That's the only place in the world. If you can say Russia, you can say China, Japan. You don't hear nothing like that from about that. You know what I'm saying? But let you say the motherland. Oh, we down playing that. We don't want to go there. Mm-mm. We don't want to go there. We'll go to Paris though. We don't want to go to Africa though. Saying, why you wanna go there? Why you don't? What the fuck? Why you don't want to go to Africa? That's the real question. If we being honest. Plantation mentality. Plantation mentality. Not one to really work together. Plantation mentality. We ain't working together, bro. I don't want to work with him. Why? Because he look like me. Oh, plantation mentality. Lose that. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that just because it's black owned or something, that is less value, or it's not great quality or whatnot. Stop thinking less about your own people. Give them a chance. You feel me? You gave your slave owner a chance. You go to Walmart, Kroger, Target. You know what I'm saying? All these. We can't nowadays. You back in the day, our ancestors was strong. You feel me? They minds was strong. They could boycott shit. We ain't doing that. We are not giving a cent to your goddamn bus stations. None of them. Nowadays, motherfuckers like, shit, bro, you on your own, bro. I ain't about to walk, bro. Why? Because you unhealthy and lazy. That's why. You know what I'm saying? And this facts over feelings. We being honest. You feel me? That's all we doing. We being honest. You know what I'm saying? That's with facts over feelings. So and main this most of this spirituality, the main thing about spirituality, the main teaching or the main I don't even know what to call it. The mindset you need to go in with, or the one thing on your mind is to not lie to myself. That's true growth. When you stop lying to yourself. And nowadays we got a lot of people that lie to themselves. You know what I'm saying? I used to lie to myself. Growing up, and it's not like we do it intentionally or like, purposely, but we get groomed into basically being cappers. That because you feel me, the word now we know motherfuckers know, hey, that's cap. They groom us into being cappers, to pretending, acting instead of being real. When we don't feel good, when we don't feel, you know what I'm saying, when we feel, that's where this depression shit and all this, you know what I'm saying, mental illness and everything, when we don't feel good, we don't talk about it. We just, nah, I'm good. I'm just good. I'm good. That meme with the little clown when they put the face over and shit. Man, what the fuck? No, I'm sad right now. You good? No. You know what I'm saying? Go talk about it with that person. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about your problems. You know what I'm saying? What's good? What's wrong with you? Maybe I can help you, give you some advice or some shit. They done groomed us that we just keep it in. We just real men don't cry and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the colors. Men don't, when I was growing up, and it was so unmanly to wear pink or purple or some shit like that. Like goofy shit like that. Like they literally, that's the plantation mentality. You know what I'm saying? We keeping everything from the plantation that they forced us to do, the soul food, the thinking negatively about each other, the not really accepting each other, not loving each other, not knowing ourselves, not wanting to know ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting not caring about others. I think I already said that. We're gonna double back on it. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. That is crucial to us, our soul, and that's why they call it soul food, by the way, because they know we are spirits with soul. You know what I'm saying? So we if you put soul on something, motherfucker, we gonna be attracted to it. Basically, they do that shit. And that's why it's all unhealthy food. Meat, you know what I'm saying? Dairy and mac and cheese and chicken and turkey and all that shit. Basically the bullshit that most of us are accustomed to eating on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Another mass holocaust, if we being honest. That's 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 the plantation mentality. You feel me? Not not uplifting each other, not giving each other credit about something. Somebody do something good, you downplaying it. You all right, you know what I'm saying? That was cool. Nah, get them they flowers. Get them they flowers. Like I seen a lot of people about currently with this Drake and the Kendrick stuff. For the Drake fans, you feel me? Folks, they act like we gotta love folks forever. Like you find out new information about somebody, you evaluate it. Hey, we ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't like it. Me, I used to be a big Drake fan. I ain't gonna flex. Ain't capping. Used to love Drake. You know what I'm saying? Love Drake music. Nigga used to snatch you one a photo. You already know that you only live once at the motto, nigga. Hello, everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we used to go ham. You know what I'm saying? Take care, take a shot for me. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, we all used to love that shit. Take care. Nothing was the same. More life. If you read this, it's too late. And then when it came out that bro didn't write his music, that's where he started losing some credibility. That's a big part of being a rapper. Not an artist, a rapper, a MC. You know what I'm saying? Of writing your own music, creating. But Drake with, you know what I'm saying, his people behind him. You know what I'm saying? The ones that Kendrick talking about, not like us. Drake with the people, they know how to manipulate people. So they was able to say, duck and dodge and you know what I'm saying, maneuver through that and still had motherfuckers liking Drake. I believe that came out if you reading this too late. So he had what? He had More Life. Let me see. After that, hold on. Put them in order. Yeah. So yeah, it was Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. Then he had the little beef with Meek, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. After Views and More Life and shit, and then Scorpion, after that, Buddy turned. It was like, mm, mm, like I said, the exposed with the not writing the music, and then like I don't know if I was like I said, I was a real Drake fan. I liked him as a artist. I pictured him as an artist then, not a rapper. Then bro got to trying to rap and being gangster and with 21 Savage and with Dirk and all this and uh, you know, it's cool. But then like bro said, you can't fake influence. Bro was relatable, but it wasn't like I don't really don't feel like people was really fans of him, if that makes sense. He made relatable music. But then when as you see, as we got older, Drake's music don't hit the same. I was the other day I was listening to the Scorpion album and Jada came on. That came out in 2018. I was 4 years out of high school then. So you feel me? Still young. Younger. I always say that. But anyway, and bro said a line in there where he was like, you still you know difference in ages. You was young, but you still a baby or something. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I rewinded it, and I'm just thinking about what Kendrick, feel me, A minor, and then if you think of like, I'm always honest with myself. I'm always that's the main thing I work on every day. It don't matter what it is to be honest with myself. So I'm like, wait a minute, different in ages. You were younger. Hold on, man. Matter of fact, fuck it. We about to hold on. Because we gonna get to this. Hold on, where is it, y'all? Here we go. Like, wait a minute. Difference in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby. You're not. Let's be honest with ourselves. You're not going to say that about a grown woman. I'm just saying. And we're not gonna stay on this topic too much. I just want you, you know what I'm saying? The I just want to touch on that real quick. Not like us. You know what I'm saying? Not and I got on that because I seen a lot of people just basically saying like, all this now people are jumping on a bandwagon with Kendrick and yada yada yada. And that's another part of the next subject I want to get on, unlearn to relearn. We have to understand that there is a lot of celebrities that aren't who we think they are. We have to unlearn to relearn. We have to unlearn and stop. We have to unlearn how to stop worshiping these celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when we find out new information about these people, it's your decision if you want to, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to, if you don't want to believe it, you don't want to believe it. But you can't attack people that's like, hold on. You heard this shit about, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then, like I said, hard Drake fans, you know the lyrics. I listen, I just had to let you hear the lyric, bro. Hey, that's questionable lyric. I'm cool. I'm not rocking with him. I don't support that shit. I'm not rocking with, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not saying he is. That's not saying he ain't. But hey, it's in his music. He said it. This is not rumors. You know what I'm saying? It's not rumors no more. Once you can start listening to the person, and now it's coming out of their mouth. That was a questionable, different ages. You still young, but you still a baby. I'm not rocking with that. But anyway, um, unlearn to relearn. We're gonna get off of that. Unlearn to relearn. So in growing up, I went to a predominantly white school. Um, I was taught everything European. Everything was Europeans, this, European, that, European, this, European, that, European, this. I didn't learn anything about African Americans, African people, African accomplishments, black people accomplishments. Shit, I barely knew about Malcolm X. I barely knew his name. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They taught us. They mentioned every time Black History Month came. The Martin Luther Kings, the Rosa Parks, um, John, or not John, Washington Carver, um, and that's it. Yeah, like they didn't really teach us. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really mention. They didn't really mention too many black people. Like yeah, they went over. I think it was a little bit with George Washington Carver, a little bit. But yeah, mainly it was just Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. Harriet Tubman a little bit, but it wasn't too much, about her. But it was mainly just white people. We really didn't touch over black people at all growing up in my upbringing. And I went to a predominantly white school for elementary and middle school. So yeah, I'm saying I was like a young Malcolm X. If you feel me, if you seen the movie, I was like the young Malcolm X. You feel me? We was just out there. We was a goddamn nobody. But you know what I'm saying? Like I had to make this point to somebody else that just because we all didn't grow up with the right knowledge and everything, the most important thing is about growth. So as we grew up, we got the knowledge and you feel me? Hold on, this is where I need to be going. This is what I need to be doing. That's that's growth. We all need to apply growth instead of downplaying growth. Like, oh well, you used to not. Well, you used to not. You're using a keyword use that's past tense. Where am I now? Where am I now? Unless it was literally last week, a month ago. If it was hella years ago, like I get people that bring up my middle school days, high school day, bro. That was over a decade. Well, it just became a decade, but anyway, that was a decade. Like, who am I now? Do you know me now? Now, you know what I'm saying? We have to stop holding people to their past. Like, you know what I'm saying? Evaluate what they are now. Did they learn from that experience? You know what I'm saying? Did they grow up? Unlearn. I went through a phase where I unlearned I just and when I say unlearn, I don't literally mean like you just unlearn it, like, oh man, I'm purposely forgetting. No, what I mean is you gain when you gain true knowledge, lies will automatically just remove themselves. You know what I'm saying? So once you sit down and you actually get to learning about African spirituality, which is just universal spirituality, I call it African spirituality. Just that's how I was introduced to it. Which, like I said, it's just universal spirituality. It's universal knowledge. That's what African spirituality is. It's universal knowledge. Um, Once you start gaining knowledge about self, and once you start gaining more knowledge about what to eat and what not to eat, it pushes the lies out. You don't even remember that. You know what I'm saying? I went to a school that was I don't know, I don't want to say sponsored, but represented or whatever. Like it was based off of Thomas Edison, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it was a big ass mural of him, a picture or portrait, whatever they want to call it, of him in the hallway, you know what I'm saying? And they told us how important he was, electricity, yada yada yada. And then to come to find out, or the light bulb, come to find out that wasn't true. Um Lattimore. What's his whole name? Hold on. Lattimore. Shit, hold on. I'm having a brain fart. Hold on, brain freeze right now. Hold on. Where is that? There you go. Lewis. There you go. Shit, my fault, big dog. Lewis Lattimore. You know what I'm saying? And if you look it up, it actually tell you. Lewis Lattimore is the creator of the actual piece in the light bulb. The actual light. Thomas Edison made the bulb, the light bulb. You feel me? The glass that goes over it. That's what he made. And then basically like they always do, he got credited for it. So Lewis Lattimore made it, but like Thomas Edison, made a little this, and this is what they did. This is what they used to do. They took our invention. So say, like I said, Lewis Lattimore with the light bulb. We gonna say this is the light bulb. Okay? This is the light bulb. Thomas Edison, this is Lewis Lattimore's invention. So, you know what I'm saying? This is the light bulb. It's fully operational. Thomas Edison did this. Okay. So hold on. Y'all see how it's together, like it's facing the same way, right? Let me see. It's kind of blurring it out. But y'all see how it's facing it together, right? You know what I'm saying? They facing the same way. Thomas Edison did this. Now y'all see how it's different ways. See how you know what I'm saying, the lid different. Thomas Edison did this. And then they patented. Thomas Edison Thomas Edison gets credited for the light bulb now instead of Lewis Lattimore. That's all they did. That's what they do with all the stuff. So any literally, and I'm not lying to you, family. You can go and I want you to go and fact check anything that you can think of that's around us. Anything. This microphone, the phone, a lighter, ashtray. You know what I'm saying? Water bottle. Anything that you want to that's around you. It was created by a black person. White person got credit because they created the patent office. The patent. That's what they created. They created that so they could legally steal inventions. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. That's what they did with the airplane. That's what they did with cars. That's what they did with businesses, uh, technology, land, uh, everything, businesses, everything. That's what they did with everything. So that's what they do. Um, and back to the unlearning and relearning. Once I learned that, I'm like, wait a minute. These people not only mistreated us, they also have lied a a lot, huge lot. And then as I'm relearning, I'm learning that the winner of the war, that's who tells the story. They won the war against us, so they got to tell us their story, his story, his story, not our story, his story. You got to break the English words down. Once the English words to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Once your awareness level, and this is why I'm starting to, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning. This is why they keep this stuff hidden from us and they lie to us. Because once you learn these things and you start to hear certain things, you can awaken our DNA, bro. Our memory is so super. And yes, I mean like superheroes, they show us Superman. It's so great, so significant. We can remember these things. That's just like, okay, example. It's it's a saying, black people are scared of water. Black people don't know how to swim. All right. We can take that. Check this out. This is why. Deep down in our subconscious, our DNA, is embedded in us from our ancestors, from how they was treated and dumped over into the sea and drowned and, you know what I'm saying, tossed over and you know what I'm saying, dumped overboard. That is in our DNA, in our subconscious, the fear of that. That's why most black people do not like water, big bodies of water. Swimming pools, okay, yes. But what you talking about, if you talking about big ass, no. You know what I'm saying? That is why. We are really connected like that. We are like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that bring me that's going. I'm gonna get more into that in later on. But the unlearning to relearn. When you start to learn, you automatically, like I said, the lies just remove themselves. You don't even have to. Okay, I'm gonna forget that. You don't got to. You don't have to. You don't have to because the truth will always prevail. You hear me? God damn it, like, and it's out there. Just like how they lied to us about this coming from apes, monkeys, and whatnot. The truth is out there. We recorded the truth. We did. You know what I'm saying? And that come to find out, that was a cover up because they really have animal DNA. That's what a Neanderthal is. You know what I'm saying? That's why the hair is so straight and pointy. You know what I'm saying? Like that is literally why. So once you start learning stuff like that, the lies will remove themselves. And then you'll start to love yourself and your people more because you like, wait a minute, we're not just bitches and hoes and gangsters and thugs and street niggas and niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like we nagas and negas. Negus, Nagus. You know what I'm saying? My next point is teach yourself and your family. So while you're relearning these things, share the information. Some of us do have those families where like we get a lot of flack for learning truth or spreading truth, or the family don't want to hear it or whatnot. I'm not just talking about the people that has the same last name as you. You feel me? Your family are also your tribe, your soul family, the people that you connect with the most. You know what I'm saying? The people that you enjoy being around with, that's your family. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop looking at each other as separate people and separate, you know what I'm saying, like that. No, we family. If you fuck with me and I fuck with you, we family. Teach them, share information. You don't know what that could do to their life. You know what I'm saying? I've had that firsthand. Like literally, I've shared information, and it's literally some people have literally told me that changed their whole perspective on life, uh, changed their mindset, different things like that. So that's why learning and spreading truth is so valuable about health. Sir, I literally have a buddy. I got a homie. He used to be fat. He used to be a little fat kid. I started sharing when I learned about health and stuff. I started sharing these things, what how this a benefit and how this would do that and whatnot. And like now, And I got a homie, and he used to be like a little fat kid. And basically, when I started learning stuff about health and I started sharing it, it changed his life. It benefited him. Now he done lost weight. He done working out, bro. Be, you know what I'm saying? Like, jaw running all the time, eating more healthier. So you don't know what the information that you gain, how that can change somebody else's life. You don't know. So teaching yourself and your family or others, that is a huge thing, because we are not going to get anywhere by um withholding the truth, withholding information. We're not going to get anywhere like that. That's what our oppressors want us to do. Like, that's why they came up with the word conspiracy, because whenever somebody finds out truth, they're just like, oh, I seen a UFO. Oh, well, that's just a conspiracy. No, it's not, bro. I've really seen it. But just because somebody else don't believe it, they call it a conspiracy because they know the word. So that'll help, you know what I'm saying? That'll help eliminate those type of things. Um, on to the next one. So this is my advice sec. You feel me? Just some things that I feel like a lot of people should know or should be doing. And first one is healing. And most people don't understand what we mean by healing. Healing doesn't mean like, oh, well, you got a cut or something, like you just need to heal like that. No, we talking about spiritually healing, mentally healing, um, and physically healing, emotionally healing. Like, those things are important. Um I recently I recently seen a video. It was one of somebody that I know, and she was speaking about healing, and her question was, how do people heal, or how do people be on the internet trying to motivate or heal others when they aren't healed themselves? And it was, you should have seen like the reply she was getting. Like, some people was like, maybe that helps heal them by helping others or whatnot. And then some people like insult, calling her small minded and whatnot. And I'm like, yo, that's wild, because a small mind wouldn't think about others. Um, and that person that made that comment probably need to work on their healing, because it sounds like they was very hurt in that reply. Like, um, we a lot of us are emotionally damaged. So healing is a huge part in how you treat yourself and others. It's a huge part in your relationship with yourself and others. It's a huge part with your success level. Um, Healing is everything, and including, like I said, physically. So that means the inside and outside of your body. Like, it's not just a one area thing. We all have like childhood traumas we need to heal from. We have heartbreak we need to heal from. We have shit from our oppressors, being lied to and shit, mistreated when we was growing up and shit. Like, everybody has something that they need to heal on, and we all that's what we need to be doing so we can grow. It's a lot of people that ignore um eating healthy, and that's a part of healing. Like, you have to eat healthy to also be healing. You can't just, like I said, limit healing to one thing. I see a lot of people that we're starting to, the gym, working out is starting to become a trend, or not a trend, but more of a routine for people, but they're missing the eating part. You can't heal if you're eating dead food. You can't heal a live body, a living body, with eating dead food, dead things. I'm gonna say things because it ain't even food. You gotta eat live things. You gotta eat to live, not live to eat. Stuffing yourself, because that in turn, that makes you lazy, and then eventually you're not going to have that routine to go work out. that soul food that I talked about earlier. We got to drop that. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't a part of healing. You're not going to heal eating soul food. You're not. Um, Healing, meditation, meditation. That's a part of healing. Talk to yourself. Healing ain't got nothing to do with religion either, or you don't need the Bible to heal, to know how to heal. Talk to yourself, sit with yourself, learn new things, learn your hobbies and shit like that. Like that'll help heal you too. You don't need Jesus to heal. God damn it, and Christianity and the oppressor's religion to heal and to tell you lies, to tell you to long as you believe in me, everything will be good. Like what the hell? You need to believe in your damn self too. Shit, ain't you the one doing the damn putting in the work? You just putting all your faith in the book. You don't need that to heal people. Like I see a lot of people when they like, oh, I wanna stop smoking weed, and then next you know, you see they damn religious. You didn't need religion to stop smoking weed. Just stop smoking weed. What what you on? Like we yeah. That goes back to when I was saying worship thy enemy. Like we think we need Christianity, religion, or Jesus to have better lives. Like no, that don't. You still the one that made the decision. Jesus ain't tell you that shit. You told your damn self. We need to we need to work on healing ourselves, family, the right way. Healing our chakras. Not healing our not fixing our beliefs. We need to fix our what we know, our knowledge, not what we want to believe. That's not healing. You know what I'm saying? Once you start learning about your chakras and what makes you upset and what makes you feel me tick, that's healing. Once you start eating healthier and now you can do knockout 25 push-ups, you can do some jumping jacks. That's healing. When you can run a mile, that's healing. You know what I'm saying? Because most of us don't even, and I'm gonna touch on this, and you feel me? That's another one of my points. But most of us don't even know how to read the Bible and take what it's talking about anyway. So you don't even need to be reading it. You just going to be another slave. Like, yep, got him. And that takes me to the next point. Learn about yourself. That's a part of healing. Learn about yourself. Most of us don't know ourselves at all. We don't even know what we like. I know a lot of people. I be wanting to so bad. I think I'm gonna do it, but I be wanting to ask them, why you listen to this type of music? That music be talking about calling all type of females bees and hoes and running in niggas' houses and shooting and stealing. I'm like, bro, you don't even do that. Like, why you listen to music that you don't even relate to? Like, what like that gives you an excitement or something? Like, you don't even know about yourself, bro. You not even that type of person, but you listen to this. Why? Why? Because we most of us are we're groomed to be followers. We don't want to admit, nah, bro. You watch cartoons, bro. But like, so what? Learn about yourself. What makes you happy? You watching listening and watching drama all day. That's not what makes you really happy. Like that just buys by time. That just passes time. We gotta we gotta learn about ourselves, family. Learn what type of foods you really like. Learn what type of foods really benefit you. I gotta, I got a homie. He said he don't even remember the last time he read a book. I said, damn, bro. You sure you still know how to read? Like, you sure you know how to read? You know what I'm saying? You get all your information from social media now, huh? You don't care. You don't care about nothing else. You just bro said, I don't feel like I need to be reading. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna just leave it at that. You don't need to be reading, Bucko. Uh, hey, but yeah, so now this brings to the next point. How we are connected to our ancestors, and that take me back to like when I was saying the connection with the being afraid of water. We are connected to our ancestors. We You are them. So for I know some people that's out here that, oh man, I don't care about history, but why we keep talking? Because you need to talk about what happened to you. That helps you also learn about yourself. When we need to get specific about it so we can know where we came from, who was our, you know what I'm saying, where who we came from. Then we can learn ourselves even more because then you can learn what really makes your soul happy, what your soul enjoys. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, when I recently moved, I found out that I've learned from people that there's a lot of talents and hobbies that we have that you only find those out and recognize those when you're around other people that's doing what truly makes them happy. And so that goes back to the sharing the information and knowledge with yourself and your friends and your family, because now you're helping others unlock their greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to a juice bar and every week there was an open mic, and just hearing other people speak or showcase their talent, that helped others and me. So that's so learning about our ancestors, that can help us learn some, like, okay, hold on. I learned that my ancestors, they was fast, they was great builders. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, be an architect. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Hold on. They they knew how to do this. I could be a great, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, oh, hold on. I found out I came from the lineage of Malcolm X. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like to talk a lot. I'm a speaker. You know what I'm saying? I got that in me. You know what I'm saying? We think the only thing that we can inherit is health issues. And that's not even true. You can't even inherit health issues. You inherit the habits that create the health issues, but we don't even inherit health issues. It's the same habits. If great grandma got cancer, you probably you she was feeding, you feel me, grandma, and then grandma was feeding your mom, and then your mom was feeding you that. So that's why you got cancer and she got. Yeah, it's not that it runs in the family. Like, what the fuck? If it run in the family, everybody had that shit. I never understood that. I never why we believe that certain shit, quote unquote, run in the family. So why don't everybody have this? Why is it skipping over people? You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. It's yeah, it's not like that. We can inherit certain traits and certain skills, just like if somebody have multiple kids, one of their kids probably be a stronger at what the dad was than, you know what I'm saying, what the mom was, and another kid would be stronger with what the mom instead of dad. Like, that's how we are. Like, we are connected like that. We are really connected like, and they get us not to know that they don't teach us that we are connected to our ancestors a lot. We are them. Our memories are them. We, like I said, with the water, we have memories of that fear. And most of us have the fear of the white man. You know what I'm saying? We all know those people that when a white person come around, they don't want to talk about truth no more. They don't want to talk about black stuff no more. They like, why am I being quiet? Why am I not? I was always when I found out some shit, I'm like, why am I being quiet when the white person come by telling them about how slavery and what they used to do? Why are we getting quiet? That's the fear. You don't want to you don't want to ruffle their feathers. You know what I'm saying? You want to stay on the white man's good side. So you don't never speak about true what really happened in slavery in public. You don't talk to them about that. You don't ask them about that type of stuff because we want to stay we want them to like us, to love us. That's why, which is some bullshit because they don't. They act like they do, but they don't. And that brings to the last point. How Christianity, like I said, Christianity ain't the word of God. Um, Christy is nothing but the teachings from the white slave master of God and the devil. So you're listening to the devil about the word of God. The devil. How is he the devil, you may ask? Why? Why do I call the white man the devil? Well, would a uh well, with somebody that's not the devil, would they rape people? Would they murder people in mass numbers? Would they kidnap people from their land? Would they steal land? Would they steal knowledge? Would they destroy buildings, destroy organizations, destroy statues, artifacts, hide knowledge, uh, steal knowledge? I think I already said that. All that. Well, they ain't don't that sound like devil work to you? Stealing, killing, murdering, lying. I thought that's hey, that's what the book says. That's what the book says that the devil is. You know what I'm saying? We never been taught about the real Son of God, or even the Creator or the universe. We never. They're not going to. They are not going to tell us about that. Why would they? Like seriously, why would they? Um, the real Yahshua, which most people, which y'all know as Jesus, wasn't no blonde hair, blue eyed person. That was the revolutionary Messiah. Like that was the person that they were scared of. That they are scared of still, the spirit. They're scared of that. The loud black, you know what I'm saying, truth telling, uh big lip, what they said, big nose, long locks. That's what they scared of. You feel me? They scared of that. So they're not gonna teach you about that. That's why they gave you that little weak punk picture of the of the other white man, you know what I'm saying, with the blue eyes and whatnot and the blonde hair. That's why they gave you that. They don't want you to know about the real, you know what I'm saying, the real bro had muscles. Bro was cocky. What you talking about? The real son of God, the real sons, which is us. We if you look at our physique and you look at theirs, it's totally different things. Like that's why they got us eating they type of food so we can look all scrawny and little weak and you feel me teaching us oh that's why they told us about this protein shit so they got us eating all this fake ass protein shit and ain't nobody getting damn big. Ain't nobody looking muscular. If we was really eating all this damn protein and quote unquote protein supposed to build muscle, we'd be looking like Hercules. We ain't nobody doing fucking day doing that shit. That meat and dairy shit that helped them. You know what I'm saying? The when I said earlier about love thy enemy, the creator or God don't love his fucking enemies. Like, what are we really reading? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are you really getting from the reading this book besides being more of a slave? God don't love his damn enemies. Then didn't God kill a lot of motherfuckers in the Bible? I mean, except for the devil, but you know we'll get over that. different episode. That's two sides of the one coin. So you feel me? Except for the devil, but God killed all their goddamn enemies. Remember the goddamn flood? Motherfuckers killed everybody except for damn Noah's family. Killed everybody. God don't love his damn enemies. Be gone. So why are you out here loving your enemy? Somebody that mistreated you and people that look like you for over 400 years. You're cool with them. You think that they're different. You think that just cause that was quote unquote a long time ago, which if we really want to be honest, our great grandmas was the ones that just was coming out of that shit. So our great great grandparents, them the one they experienced slavery. They experienced that. It wasn't a long time ago. It was literally yesterday. And it didn't end. It just got changed to something else. The thing we all know is called jobs and mandatory overtime and taxes. Slavery didn't go nowhere. They just changed the names, gave it new labels and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So what are we really doing out here? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the image they give us is some hippie white man. Like we don't who the fuck is that? Like it was literally a random picture. Um Michelangelo. Michelangelo painted that picture. It's one of his relatives. The same with the royal family, the Last Supper. All of those are just paintings by other white people that was instructed by white people to make. Literally. It, that was his relative. It was nobody significant. That's it. And as we know, they put white faces over all black creations, like I was telling you before. They put them over all like Superman. You did Superman. So, all right, check this out. We know for a fact that white people, Europeans, white people, they burn in the sun. They cannot stay in the sun. It's too hot. They gonna burn up the skin. We know that's a fact. But then they give us Superman and say Superman's powers come from the sun. But he white. So I'm gonna say it again. I had to take that pause because I wanted to marinate. So we know for a fact that white people burn up in the sun. They can't, they can't stand too much sunlight. That irritates the skin. But then they give us Superman and say his powers come from the sun, but he white. So stuff like that just literally, that's like a laugh in our face. Like that's an insult on all black people's intelligence. I like it really, really is. Because how can that how are we looking at we go to real life, we looking at real life people, real life things, but then y'all give us cartoons and say, oh well then no, that stuff didn't exist. So why he ain't black? Same with like the Green Lantern. We could go on Haley characters, Haley things where the Green Lantern, I grew up in the Justice League. I swear to God, it was a black Green Lantern. Now we grow up and they make a Green Lantern movie and it's a white man playing Green Lantern. Huh? So we just gonna erase the black Green Lantern. It wasn't no black man in Justice League, the Green Lantern. We just go they put white faces over everything. I know I spoke about the Thomas Edison and the Lewis Lattimore. I ain't heard Lewis Lattimore. I ain't hear the name Lewis Lattimore until the year 2020. I ain't never heard of Lewis Lattimore. I ain't know nothing about him till I started learning some own stuff and reading my own. Now I'm like, wait a minute. So Thomas Edison didn't create the light bulb? Oh, yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't. Come to find out, black man create the traffic light, the remote control, the microphone, the cars, the cell phone, everything. Oh shit. Damn, they done lied about every damn thing. So I don't understand why we still got people that trust. I don't understand. Hey, do well, we still got a lot of house Negroes, so damn, but you know what I mean? Like, it's really funny. It's really, really funny. Um, some more examples. Elvis with rock and roll. They say he is the king of rock and roll. But we created rock and roll. So how a white man the king of rock and roll? What about Little Richard? They don't talk about Little Richard. They don't talk about Little Richard, but they tell you about Elvis though. They tell you about Elvis. Boy. Like that's really ridiculous. But you know what I'm saying? You go back and you listen to the artists talking, they shit. They tell you Elvis wasn't even all that. It's a video of Ray Charles. He shit. He wasn't impressed. He wasn't impressed with Elvis. He cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then when you hear when nowadays when we hear our OGs like Little Richard coming out like I'm the creator of that. I'm this. I'm and we come. Oh, he sound like he just hating now. He just hating. We ain't give him his flowers. Like he got it's a Martin episode with him in it. He made an appearance and he kept on dropping bombs like that. Like, oh yeah, I'm the creator, but they ain't give me my credit. And then he look at the camera and shit like that. Like they was dropping little stuff like that. So uh so yeah, back to the about the true Jesus and about him about it being the revolutionary Messiah and whatnot. The 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 loud talking ones, not the quiet ones. I'm talking about the ones, the Khalid Muhammad's, the Malcolm X's, the Marcus Garvey's, the Huey P. Newtons. You know what I'm saying? Those. You know what I'm saying? That's why, and that relates to the Kendrick performance too, about what the meaning to it. The white man don't like a loud black man. You know what I'm saying? They don't like him really calling out shit. Like at the end, that's why he was Samuel, he was like, that's what we like. That's what America like when he got to talk with doing all the soft songs and the Luther song and the heart song and all calm and stuff. Really, really just talking about uniting, but really not, you know, talking some shit. So once you got to not like us and talking about calling out they not like us, like I keep telling people it was more than just about Drake. Like that's why it's they, it's not he. So and that's why at the end, Samuel got shitty. He was like, now don't fuck it. And then when the not like us beat start coming on, he like, God damn, this thing about to do it anyway. Yeah. You feel me? So that's what it was meaning. It is the white man doesn't like somebody who's speaking up, who's actually unifying the people, who's actually speaking truth. That's why they always have to somehow shut him up, basically. So if you know Rashad Jamal, somehow he had a huge following. They had to somehow shut him up. So now he's behind their prison, and they're associating a murder or a killing that didn't even happen in the state that he lived in. They're saying, as you feel me, that was because he was watching his videos. A boy killed his parents or somebody, and they was saying that was because he was watching his videos. Like they're really pinning that type of stuff on. Like uh Michael Jackson when he was telling about the labels and saying how the label owners was the devil and whatnot. The next thing you know, what's coming out? Oh snap! Michael Jackson touched this boy. He touched this boy. Oh yeah, we're gonna ruin his image. We're gonna do everything we can to get people to not like this man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do to everybody. It happens all the time. That's just their main thing to do. That's to ruin the image, and then now they can do whatever they want to you because the spotlight is not on you anymore. You know what I'm saying? So they ruin your image to get the attention off of you. Now they can go drug you whenever they want to. Now they can, you know what I'm saying, kill you and shit. Conspiracy time, they can clone you and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care what nobody. That's what they doing to these celebrities that we know. Because ain't no way Kodak Black out here acting like a damn crackhead, which he might, but you feel me? That might be the drugs. But either way, like I said, they either drug you or they can do something to you. So, and we all done seen them videos, bro, outside in the middle of the street eating some damn chicken, talking about some like he never had chicken. Like, come on, man, that's not dude. That's not dude. Um, they another thing with this Jesus thing. So I don't understand. So he died. So the story is that he was crucified on the cross. That means he was tortured. That means this was not a happy time, a happy place for this man, right? Our oppressors got us so stupid. We around here rocking the damn cross like it's something to be celebrated. Like, didn't this nigga die on the damn cross? Yo, he got nailed to the cross. So why? That's just like all right, your parents get killed. Somebody shoot them. You go get a necklace made of the same type of gun that they killed your parents with, and you saying this is to honor your parents, huh? What? Michael Myers, he came and he stabbed my sister. So I'm gonna go get a mold of the knife that he stabbed my sister with. And this to honor my sister. This how I'm gonna honor my people. I'm gonna go get the object or the weapon that was used to kill them. I'm gonna wear it every day faithfully. And this is how I'm honoring them. Now you see how that don't make sense. So why the hell is you rocking the damn cross? The the cross represent them shutting him up. He was, if for the people that really was reading the story, that really know the story, reading the book, which most of the Christians don't read the book. They get taught the book from the preacher who was taught the book from the slave master. Most of us don't read the book and don't know, then don't get to the point where it says he was raised in Egypt. So that means he knew African spirituality and not know Christianity. The book tell you he was going around teaching spirituality. He was going around eating healthy fruits, vegetables. The cross comes into play because our oppressors, his enemies, the Christians, they didn't want him spreading spirituality, the truth, knowledge. That was their last step into getting, to fully getting in control of our mind. So they nailed bro to the cross to shut him up. That's why the KKK, that's why they burn crosses, to remind your black ass that you can end up just like Jesus. You get to talking too much. You get to talking too loud. They go, yeah, you going to be right here. That's why the KKK burn the cross all the time. Yeah, I didn't think that was weird. So they So the creators of Jesus, they don't know. That's not why they don't burn it because they saying forget Jesus. That's that they saying they burn it because they saying forget you. You wearing a cross and you don't even know what it represents. You wearing somebody that got you wearing something that somebody got tortured on, and you think it's to honor them. You know what I'm saying? That that another representation of them burning the cross. That's saying that you can end up like like Nat Turner. Y'all know that they did to him. They tried to use him as the he would they tried to use him as a pastor. They tried to tell him, hey, tell these other slaves, we're gonna use you. Tell them other slaves that Jesus is their savior. My nigga goddamn, hold on, he goddamn reading a book. No, you know, wait a minute, y'all lie. Wait, Jesus was the revolutionary. He wasn't white. He was teaching spirituality. They said, God damn it, this nigga didn't learn the truth. Hold, yep, he got to go. They killed him. They skinned that man alive and then they ate him. They skinned that turn. They skinned him and then they ate him. You know they used to eat us. They used to eat us thinking that they would get our knowledge, our powers. You know what I'm saying? They knew we was significant, so they used to. That's why they used to dig us up, our ancestors, a lot and eat us. They used to thought they used to think they had inherit our knowledge, our power. It was like, how the hell he learned this? Okay, so if we eat him, maybe we'll get his brains. Like, you know what I'm saying? They burn the cross so they can let you know, hey, you can end up like Marcus Garvey. He was talking too much about unifying black people. We gonna get you up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Same with Malcolm X, except for this time, this now this time when Malcolm X was coming up, this is the time when we had to learn that all skin folk ain't kinfolk because that's what them house Negroes was. Them house Negroes ran up and shot Malcolm. They Massa told us. Massa said that Malcolm got too much power. Massa said that Malcolm is causing a uproar and he got too much power and he's not listening to Elijah Muhammad. He's overcoming him, so we gotta take him out. That's what them house Negroes was. Hey, yes, massa, we gonna go shoot him in front of his kids and his wife. We gonna kill him. After we was just following them, but then just cause massa say don't follow him no more, we not gonna follow him. You know what I'm saying? They don't they don't want no loud black men. They want you quiet and obedient. You know what I'm saying? Obey. Don't speak out. Don't tell the truth. Don't. And nowadays, to be honest, telling lies gets you more popular than telling the truth. If you out here believing in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, and you out here lying to people, you know what I'm saying? You get liked and loved more. You get more love on social media. The faker you are, the more popularity you have nowadays. Like they have totally switched us up. You know what I'm saying? The person that's out here talking about all the truth and talking about slavery and talking about eating healthy and how dairy is bad for us black people and how you know what I'm saying, where cancer really come from. The person that's out here saying that type of stuff, they don't get that much love. But you know what I'm saying? If you out here telling people, oh, eat what you want, let's eat fast food, you know what I'm saying? Let's get drunk. Now you popular. Now you're popular. Everything that destroys your spirit, soul, and your physical body inside and out. Now you're popular. You know what I'm saying? Uh so with all that, take that damn cross off. Stop rocking that cross. Take it off. It's a graven image. You know what I'm saying? Please stop wearing that. It's not a representation of anything besides death. Um, It's an image that reminds how many niggas that have been murdered and put in a grave. That's what the cross represents. Yeah, and that's why they put the cross. You noticed when people die, they put the cross on. You can put the cross on their grave. That represents death. It's not anything significant or something to celebrate. It represents death. That's it, death. You know what I'm saying? When we rocking, this is what we used to rock before our ancestors, before we got introduced to the cross, the ankh, the representation of life. This is creation. You feel me? Represents the womb. You know what I'm saying? The portal with the phallus. You know what I'm saying? That's creating life. Phallus. You know what I'm saying? We all know how to create life. So like I said, take that cross off. Stop rocking that. That's not anything to celebrate. You feel me? You wearing something that somebody was tortured and nailed to. Stop. We gotta wise up. We gotta wise up. You know what I'm saying? It's time. It's time. You hear me? Um, everybody, and last but not least, um, everybody looking for Jesus to come back, but they not looking for Jesus to come black. You feel me? Let me say that one more time. Everybody looking for Jesus to come back, but they not looking for Jesus to come black. You know what I'm saying? We done had helly Jesus, but we didn't ignore them because we looking for a white man to come save us. We looking for uh we looking at a white man to come out the sky, come from white heaven to come save us when we didn't have helly Jesuses. Malcolm, Marcus Garvey, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Nat Turner, we didn't have helly of them. But we don't really know about Jesus. We think it's supposed to be a white man to come down. Hey, he's gonna come down and lead us to heaven. Yeah. All righty. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm gonna end it with this quote because this all ties into being honest with yourself. So it's the quote is, I'm not ashamed to admit my foolishness because confession is good for the soul. End quote. So for all those people that, you know what I'm saying, that be lying to themselves or that hey, stop doing it. It's not hurting nobody but you. Stop doing that. Wise up, you know what I'm saying? And be your greater self. And that being said, it's time. It's time. It's time. Hope you gained some knowledge. You feel me? Picked up a couple things. Matter of fact, I know you did. So make sure you follow the podcast, Facts Over Feelings. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that bell. Leave a comment. Like, share, whatever. And yeah, we out. Peace.